Tonight on Lost Gear, I watch some anime, enjoy Los Santos at night, and land on a rooftop. Are you a 25-year-old Gen Z virgin that has exactly two interests, wanking over animes and, well, cars? Well, why not combine both? Today we will take a look at not 3, not 4, not 5, but 9 cars that you can make your personal waifu car. Well, and since we're on a tight schedule, let's just start with our first competitor, the Karin Futo. This one is especially for those with not so much green in the pocket, and it's the original anime car. It is available for just 9 grand, which you can get easily by just robbing a couple of convenience stores. So it gets a rating of full 5 senseis. In terms of customizability, it offers some, not too much, but still worthy of 3 senseis. Well, and this livery shows enough to grant it a virginity protection rating of 4. The pace and total score will be determined in our final test, when we take all of the cars to the track. Next one up is the Dinka Blista Kanjo. This one costs 580,000 or 435,000 if you use it as a getaway vehicle after robbing the casino. This is a lot for compact and gives it only a sensei rating of 2. In terms of customizability, it offers hell of a lot, from drift car to time attack to crazy custom car, everyday vehicle, it offers everything. So 5 senseis awarded in this area. The waifu score is rather meh, as it is more of a crazy camouflage than an ode to anime. It just achieves 2 senseis here. The Sentinel Classic costs 650k or 487.5 grand if you used it as a getaway vehicle like the Blista Kanjo. But at least you get quite a classic sports car, and even though it is more expensive than the Blista Kanjo, it still gets a higher rating with 3 senseis because of the fact that this is a sports car. Customizability is quite good, although not as good as the Blista Kanjo, so 4 senseis in this area. The waifu factor is about average, so it gets a rating of 3 here. And there we have another old Ubermacht, this time the Zion Classic. Its price of 812,000 give it just a rating of 1, since this is way too much for a mediocre classic car. Customizability is not too great either, it gives it just a rating of 2 there as well. The virginity protection score, though, is a massive 5. Not because of the livery, but because of this. It actually has a waifu cushion on the back seat, so you can spend a romantic evening by the Vinewood Hills, look down on the city and do whatever you must with your 2-dimensional girlfriend. Next one up is the Karin Sultan RS. For this one, you need to buy the standard Sultan for 12k and convert it to the Sultan RS at Benny's Original Motorworks for the price of 795,000, which gives us a total price that lies just above 800k. But you'll also have quite a cool supercar at the end, so it still gets a 4 in terms of price rating because it belongs to the supercar class. Customizability, like with every Benny's car, is amazing and it earns a straight 5, no doubts about that. And the livery is also very satisfying for your average hentai connoisseur. So another 4 senseis here. And we're far from done. Our next car is the Dinka Sugoi. This sports car costs you over $1.2 million or 918,000 if you use it as a getaway vehicle. This is hell of a lot for a sports hatchback, and it gives it just a 1 in terms of price rating, considering it isn't even on the top end of the sports cars, but more on that later. Customizability is okay, but not too great, so there's 3 senseis for the Sugoi. Same goes for the virginity rating, which is another 3. 3 to go now, and this is the Ocelot Jugular. It can be used as a casino getaway vehicle as well, so 2 prices again. Over 1.2 million and or slightly over 980k if you use it as a getaway vehicle. this gives it a rating of 2 because it is at least significantly better than the Sugoi. Still very expensive though. Customizability is very good, as you can do a lot with that car, but not as good as your average Benny's car, so that's 4 senseis here. Virginity rating can't be too high, as it doesn't embrace barely clothed cartoon character as much as other cars do, but, well, we can give it a 2 at least. Second to last, we're going to take a look at the Maibatsu Penumbra FF. Well, this one is a massive 1.38 million for an early 2000 sports car. Quite a lot, and actually even too much. That's a rating of 1 senseis here. Customizability about the same like the Jugular, so it gets 4 senseis, and the virginity rating is pretty high as well. Actually, it is a lot different from the other liveries, as it is not only a tribute to questionable cartoon TV shows, but for the entirety of Japan. You know, let's give it a 4 for that. And now here's to something special, the Declasse Scramjet. Is it a car? Is it a plane? We don't know. All we know is that it costs over 4.6 million or over 3.4 million after winning a hunting pack remix match. Now, that's a hell of a lot, but it also can do hell of a lot. It's fitted with a heavy machine gun and rockets, and it can jump and boost, and, well, you can have hilarious fun with it. So, there's at least 2 senseis just because of what you get with that massive price. Customizability is very poor though. You can pretty much change nothing on the car, which you wouldn't exactly need, but still, we can give it only 1 sensei in this aspect. Well, and in terms of virginity rating, I mean, how can you be a virgin with this kind of car? Again, just 1 sensei, but let's be real. Is this really a bad thing? I don't think so. Well, 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 that's our 9 competitors, and now let's look at the pace these cars have on our Ford Zancudo test track. I'll show only 1 representative per car class, each the quickest of their respective class. You'll see the lap times for all of the cars after this 1 lap, so stay with me on this one. And here we are for the tests. As mentioned, a car from each class, the best car from each class, top left Scramjet for the supercars, top right Jugular for the sports cars, Zion Classic bottom left, and bottom right it's the Blista Kanjo for the compacts class. And there we go, through the first corner, pretty equal. Actually the Jugular has been the quickest, but that has been now obliterated by the Scramjet with its boost. Scramjet, of course, the first one to reach the Pisswasser chicane. Jugular not too far behind though, considering the Scramjet has a rocket boost. Zion Classic slightly ahead of the Blista Kanjo, but extremely far away compared to the Scramjet and the Jugular, which isn't too... Oh, you know, Scramjet into the wall there, that's the... well... the problem with the boost, that it sometimes is too quick, but the Jugular still is not too far away. This is actually amazing. Scramjet now going into the final corner, and oh, yeah, sliding a bit around. The handling is not too great. The Jugular a lot better in these terms, and well, Scramjet in the finish, new quickest time. Jugular 1:11, that has been amazing, and well, yeah, the Zion Classic beating the Blista Kanjo by, well, also quite some margin. And here we are with the full results, or at least the first page of the full results. The Lost Gear Hall of Fame now sees the Scramjet in first position with a 105.7. The Jugular is right there in third, the first car that is not powered by a rocket boost or, well, a jet engine, with a 111.3. That is a very strong time for a sports car. It has actually beaten the Karin Sultan RS from the super sports class, 113.6. Penumbra FF also not too bad, as it is right there with the Sultan RS, just slightly over 1 second slower than we have, well, cars that we had in previous videos. On the second page then, we see the Sentinel Classic slightly beaten by the other sports cars, well, beaten by quite some margin. by the other sports cars, with a 118.4. The Dinka Sugoi, very disappointing, as it is even slower than the Sentinel Classic. The Zion Classic, well, also not quite good considering it is in the sports classic car class, because, well, the retinue has been quicker than it. And, well, Blista Kanjo, pretty disappointing against the club from the compact cars, although we have to say the club has obliterated some sports cars, so, well, not too bad, maybe even. And the Karin Futo, well, an utter disappointment, as it is even far off the Blista Kanjo. It just has beaten the JB700 that we had in our first video. And well, we still haven't answered the question, which is the best Princess Robot Bubblegum car in GTA Online? Well, and here we have it. The Sultan RS has the best total rating. It is good in pretty much every aspect. And then we have 3 cars that are very different from one another. If you don't want to spend too much, the Karin Futo is definitely yours, because, well, it is lacking pace, but if you're just in it for the looks or in it for the livery, go for the Futo, you can't do anything wrong. The Jugular, pretty good in terms of actual performance, not too good in terms of price, and, well, yeah, the Princess Robot Bubblegum-ness, the anime-ness in the car. So, well, if you are in it for the performance, take the Jugular. Actually, take the Jugular, it's an amazing car. The Penumbra FF, well, this is more of a thing to show off. It has quite some good stats, though, but it is very expensive. If money doesn't play a role, you can get this one. And after these 3, we have the Sentinel Classic, Blista Kanjo, and Zion Classic. Well, they all have their strengths and weaknesses, as you can see. And, well, the Scramjet only 8th in our rating, but this does not tell the truth, because the Scramjet actually is the funniest car, in my opinion, in the game, and you can have a lot of fun with it. So, if you have the money, definitely buy it. Ignore the 9 total points that it got. It is actually amazing. And, well, the Sugoi, well, this tells you the truth, because this is the only big disappointment I had with these 9 cars. And what we can take from this is that sometimes stats don't tell you the truth. And with that wisdom, we end our show. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And, well, subscribe if you want to see more. Also, leave a comment with which cars you want to see next. Goodbye.